When it's not a full yes, it's a no. I say that so often, and it's because I really, really believe this. Your body is communicating with you all the time. And one of the biggest fuelers or activators or igniters or creators of anger, the anger that grows and lives within you, whether you are aware of it or not, is directly connected to all of that communication that your body is sending you. And that communication is directly connected to your yes, your no. And whatever is not a yes is a no. And it doesn't mean that it's a hard no. It means that there's a space that opens up for curiosity to slow down and feel. What is it that you need to turn that doubt part, the gray area, everything that is not a full yes or a full no? How does that become clearer? How do you create the safety that you need in order to turn that into a yes, or to become acutely aware that it is actually a no? And that seed of curiosity, the essence of that is slowing down. And I know I repeat this all the time, but slowing down. What does it mean to slow down? Slowing down to learn how to feel. I talk about the hunger that we have of being over there, being somewhere in the future, an imagined place in the future where you are healed, where you don't have to face your pain or your hurt or your emotions anymore, where everything is going to feel or look or be experienced differently because you're over there. And that's where healing has already happened. Or that's where I will know what to do. Instead of being right here, listening to what is actually happening in your experience. And I don't mean the story of the brain, but what is the story of the brain igniting inside of the body? What is it moving inside of the body? What does that feel with? And can you be with that, with the discomfort, with the flow, with the swirls, with the temperature shifts, with the like infinite amount of movement and stillness of energies that exist inside of you? So when it is not a yes, 100%, it is an opportunity to investigate and notice those yeses and those nos in the rest of your life. Because anger, the anger that comes from not slowing down and learning how to respond to the body communication, it armors you. It grows and pads and builds. And depending on whatever your pattern of dealing with that energy is, some people resist and push it down so far inside and get activated so far in the head that they feel like, well, I never get angry. That's a disconnect. There are others that wait until they explode. So they build and build and build and build, and then something happens and boom, the explosion comes, and then they're okay for a little while again. There's some that aren't sure how to stop being and feeling angry and learning how to deal with that and manage that in a healthy way. The first step to all of that is becoming more and more acquainted with your yes and your no and exploring what that is for you. Because what I've recognized in my life, but also in all of the lives that I've worked with, all of the beings that I've worked with and guided and coached, that there is always going to be parts of your life in this world that we live in that you may have to do, that may drain you, and that may go against your most innate feeling. It may be a no for you, but in order to function in society and whatever that is, taking your kids to school at a certain time instead of, lounging and waiting until whenever you feel like taking them to school, uh, doing certain kind of reports in order to finish some kind of study or tasks that you may have at work or in the family or cleaning or all of the different things that may drain your energy. Now, you can always pair them with something that brings you energy as well. But there are those parts of your life that when you make certain choices, that sometimes there are actions or activities or things that may come and drain you. But the more you tune into the yes and the no, and that you adjust your life according to those yes and nos, then you want way more yeses and clear nos than the draining and the anger building forces of going against that. And so feeding and nourishing yourself with your yeses and your nos and making your world and your life, co-creating it according to what your yeses and nos are, which are different from my yeses and my nos and different from everybody else's yeses and nos. And finding ways then to create the right boundaries for yourself. And with the excess anger that is experienced, learning how to deal with that in a healthier way. But the yeses and the nos are really key underneath that. Key in being proactive about your emotional well-being. So slow down, feel, and I will be diving into anger a little bit more because I noticed that there's a lot of interest in it, which I totally understand. Because we are not given the tools that we need in order to be able to really release and be with the clarity that comes after release on and voicing those boundaries, voicing your beginning and your end, voicing your yes and your no. We're not given those tools or that guidance. And so I totally understand if you want to dive into this further. And if you cannot wait, jump to my site. I've got the link in the text below where you can join a 5-week self-paced online course on healing anger and powerful emotion. It is work that I love to share, and it makes me so excited to have this body of work that I've really poured my heart and soul into so that you can grow your toolkit, learn healthier ways to release all of the buildup of powerful emotion, to learn to be with, to recognize it in the early stages, not when you're ready to explode and you can't help yourself anymore, not when it's code red, but way before you get into code yellow and orange and red. There are signals that you are giving yourself, your body is giving you. And when you start learning to tune into that communication, then so much choice and space is opened up for you. So have a look. It is a beautiful process to start in your life. And I will continue giving you more information about anger. It's a great place to start, though. If you have any questions, let me know. And that's it for now. Thank you.